David Dickinson the Duke, What a Bobby Dazzler, written and read by David Dickinson. Part 1. I was born during World War II in Cheadle Heath, part of Stockport. Both areas were rather drab suburbs of Manchester. Like most of England's big industrial centres, Manchester was blitzed in the war. Many families evacuated to the safety of the countryside, but we stuck it out with true British grit. Now, when the heat had settled down, I was about 5 years of age. We packed our bags and headed off for the quaint little fishing village of Brixham in Devon. You know, I'll always be grateful for those years by the sea because I had an idyllic time, leaving me with the most wonderful memories. Memories of Brixham's busy cobbled harbour in the early morning sun, full of seaweedy nets, boxes of silver fishes, the giant lobsters that were 2 a penny back then, and the scream of the gulls. Fishing smacks jostled for space, and the old tar seemed to roll along, still filled with the motion of the waves, wearing their thick navy blue jerseys, their oilskins, and their high rubber boots. My family consisted of myself, my mother Joyce, and my father Jim Dickinson. Mother was a hairdresser, a bit of a gypsy, who liked to keep moving around from place to place. My father got work here or there. In Devon, Mother opened a salon in Posh Castle Circus in Torquay, and disappeared each day for long hours. Jim was also very hard-working, a real decent bloke, who always seemed to have more than one job at a time, so he disappeared for long hours too. I was left to my own devices. The harbour became my world, where I spent every available moment of the day. I would run along the cobbles, curious about everything, looking with fascination at the fishing smacks crowding the quayside, the large barrels full of steaming water where crabs and lobsters would be bubbling away, being prepared to be sent away to London on the first train. It was a great treat when the ruddy-faced sailors allowed me to go on their trawlers with them, chasing the shoals of sprats and mackerel. The bulging nets were swung over the side above the decks, dripping with salt water and seaweed, and opened up. With a great whoosh, thousands of fish flooded out, and instantly I was waist-deep in a mass of moving sprats. A strong arm would come down and lift me straight up, little fishes falling from me like streams of quicksilver. Beneath my little shorts and top, my entire body, every inch of skin, would be covered in silvery fish scales. Like a sleek little fish, glistening like a jewel, I dashed up the steps to our cottage after we docked, and in through the door, ready to face the music. "Look at you," Mother would say in despair. "How am I going to get all that muck off you?" The whole Devon coast in the 1940s and 50s was like the Newlyn School of Painting. When I stand and look at one of those paintings with the fishing boats, the wonderful weather-beaten characters with their sou'westers, always working, cleaning fish, maintaining their boats, maintaining their nets, it all comes back to me. Eventually we moved back to Cheadle Heath to live with my grandmother, Caroline Empson, or Nanny as I always called her, at 241 Stockport Road. There the family consisted of Nanny and her 4 daughters. My mother Joyce, then came Peggy, Mary and Ethel, and their husbands and 1 or 2 children, my cousins, all girls. Nanny knew how to treat a small boy. I was given freedom tempered with strictness, and she was always there for me when I ran home with a grazed knee or something exciting to tell her. All my table manners came from her. I can still hear her saying, "David, take your elbows off the table. Wash your hands. Wash your knees. Wear clean underpants every day in case you get run over." I have to smile when I think of that. Whatever would clean underpants do for you if you got knocked down, I'll never know. Part and parcel of what I became was all down to Nanny's groundwork. And believe you me, I was a bit of a rough diamond, so there was a lot of polishing and a lot of training to be done. My Aunt Ethel was married to Louis O'Neill, with their daughter Kathleen, who was older than me. They lived in Ashmore Avenue on the border of Cheadle Heath. Uncle Louis had a very good job as the works manager of Fairy Aviation.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?